Take the hit, take the hit, take the hit. Welcome back to FPL Take the Hit. You're here with Mick and Joff. Today we are doing our Game Week 27 preview. Let's get into Fixture Focus. We're talking about Game Week 27, right? Game Week 26 is over to us.
It's old news. It's old news.
Game Week 27, who are we looking at for Fixture Focus?
All right, so for Fixture Focus, I'm looking at Wolves here. I think that it's a really good shout to have a Wolves player in your thinking in the coming game weeks, especially, I mean, obviously, potentially three, but definitely potentially three. I mean, Jimenez obviously is the number one name on all of our lips. Obviously, Norwich at home, it's very tasty. But I mean, looking after that, you got Tottenham away, you got Brighton at home, West Ham away, Bournemouth at home, Villa away. We don't know what's going to happen with all these double game weeks as well. So who knows if they get another tasty fixture inserted in there or taken away from them, who knows. But I mean, it's something that, you've got to keep an eye on these players. Obviously, someone like Traore as well. We know the season that he's had. He's tight top. He's just looking amazing when he's run down that right wing. And obviously Doherty. I think someone that I'm definitely looking at is Mr. Doherty. And we might talk about him a little bit later, but he's someone that is really nice in that Wolves outfit. And who else we got? Who else we looking at here, Mick?
Reluctantly, top of the table when it comes to fixtures is Newcastle United. Now I know, back up, hold off just 1 second. I know they got spanked by Arsenal 4-0. I get that, but we all have our bad days. Now their fixtures coming up: Crystal Palace away, Burnley at home, Southampton away, Sheffield at home, Villa at home. They are the best patch of fixtures you can ask for in the season. So if Newcastle are ever going to do anything, it's now.
The time is now, huh?
I am far from recommending their attacking options. I think Joelinton is maybe he's a championship player at best.
At best.
But,
oh shit.
but I'm going to start with them. All right. So St. Maxim. I'm going to start with probably their best attacking asset at the moment. St. Maxim. We saw him hit the post on the week in game week 26. So I mean, if you look at St. Maxim over the last 2 game weeks, he's had 7 goal attempts. So that's 2 behind Son. That's pretty good, man.
Yeah, that's all right.
Now, 3 of them been inside the box. That's not the best, but still, he's created 4 chances. Yeah, that's only 1 behind Mohamed Salah in the last 2 game weeks.
Damn.
Okay. So he's looking all right. I mean, if Newcastle are going to score a goal, I'm not saying they will, but if they are, it may come through or from St. Maxim. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
Thanks
now,
for that.
I'm not going to even mention any other Newcastle attacking assets because there probably is none. I mean, Almiron scored 1 goal. That's it. No, I'm not going to mention any more. That's enough. I've already said too much.
I know. True.
I'm going to move on to some defensive options. Okay. Now
it continues.
Dubravka job. I think Dubravka's. Martin Dubravka. He's a great goalkeeper.
He's great.
And defensively, Newcastle can keep clean sheets. Now, they've got these home fixtures coming up. I can see a lot of clean sheets coming up. I think Dubravka, if you need a goalkeeper, maybe a Henderson replacement, if you're thinking of getting rid of him for the game week 28 blank, Dubravka could play a place to go. Otherwise, I think Fernandes is a great option at 4.5 million now. He likes to keep clean sheets. He loves getting the bonuses too when they keep a clean sheet. If you can't stretch for Fernandes, Lascelles is another great option, 4.3 million. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Maybe consider their defense. Great fixtures. Let's move on, mate. Let's move on to top transfers in Job. Who are you thinking?
All right, man. So straight away, Mr. Mane, he's back. He's back in town. He didn't go very far. He only missed a couple of games, but I mean, he's got 6 double-digit hauls this season. We know he's got a high ceiling. We know what he can do. He's got 12 goals, 8 assists for the season, which is obviously amazing, and he's got a lot more left in him. So I think that Sadio Mane, he's back. He's only played 40 minutes in the 45 minutes in the Champions League game, so I think he's one you've got to keep your eye on, especially with Son being out, poor guy. And who are you looking at, Mick?
Exactly right, mate. Well, we've both gone with midfield options here as Son replacements because we are keeping in mind that obviously there's a lot of Son owners out there. Let's have a look how many there is, Job. I'm going to tell you. Over 10%. Okay, I thought that actually be a bigger number, but I'm sure a lot of people have told him already. But over 10% of managers own Son, so there's going to be a lot of Son transfers over the coming game weeks as he has got this long-term injury. For me, I'm looking at Richarlison. He's definitely an option under this Ancelotti team. I know their fixtures coming up are tough, but I think that this Everton team pushing for Europa and pushing for Champions League, only 6 points behind Champions League, Job, which is crazy. I think they've got it in them to really push for these spots, mate. And Richarlison's, he's come back in, got a goal assist, obviously against the Palace team, which is quite poor, but I'm sure, with Richarlison, right alongside or just behind Dominic Calvert-Lewin, there's points in this team. There's definitely goals in this team. So Richarlison, one for me to watch. All right, Joff, let's move on to It's Time to Go.
All right, so with It's Time to Go here, we're just going to go straight into it with Son. I mean, obviously, we don't know how long he's out for, but he's out indefinitely. So he's got to go. As simple as that. If anyone that obviously after the double brought him in, I feel sorry for you, man. That's just unlucky. That is some unlucky shit, because how are you supposed to predict that? I mean, I was lucky enough because with my Fantasy UEFA Champions League team, I got the call right before I was about to go to bed in Australia, and I was like, I got to take him out of that as well. So, so obviously, Sonny Boy, it's time to go. It's unfortunate, but got to get rid of him. And we've just mentioned a few names, and there's another name that I'm going to be mentioning in my punt of the week. But who else is there? It's time to go, Mick. Who else is going?
Yeah, heavy heart, that Son. As a Son owner, it's a heavy heart letting Son go. For me, it's really with a really lightheartedly, Sterling, time to go. Yeah, he has been by far the most disappointing player for me this entire season, FPL wise, EPL wise, everything wise. I'm swimming in disappointment from Sterling, mate. It's terrible what I've seen from him. Considering what he did last season, I expected monumental things from Raheem, and he's let me down. He's let me down. He's let Pep down. He's let himself down. So yeah, for me, if you still own Sterling, I mean, he's picked up this injury, but it didn't really matter, man. He's been poor, really poor form. So for the only good thing to come of this, if Sterling, for example, is out for a bit and then kind of peters out towards the end of the season, his price tag will drop next season, which will be awesome if he comes back and does what Raheem Sterling can do.
Yeah, it's true. If his price tag was a little bit less, it'd be a little bit better. Even at the moment, you consider holding him. He's just so expensive.
All right, mate, let's move on to our punts of the week. I'm really excited about these punts this week. I'm a little bit pumped. I might actually bring them both in. I'm just bubbling.
Yeah. Well, the one I'm looking at here is Bruno Fernandes. I really like this shout. I've kept an eye on this guy because Roma was linked with him many years ago. So, we don't sign anyone because we're cheap. But anyway, Bruno Fernandes, 8 million. He's, bad. Just big plug to the Roma owners there. We're actually getting sold soon. But anyway, Bruno Fernandes this season in all competitions, he's got 15 goals and 15 assists. You got to love those stats. In the Portuguese league, 8 goals, 7 assists. In the Europa League, in 5 games, 5 goals, 3 assists. So I think that it's on the way up. He's hit it at the post already. He's got an assist already. We know he's on free kicks. Look, I might be pumping him up a bit too soon. He hasn't done anything yet, but it's like another curious case of Miguel Almiron. He was just super for big things, but I rate him, and I think that he's going to be doing some damage for United in the coming weeks. And who are you looking at, Mick?
Man, you really swaying me on this Fernandes guy, man. I mean, I've liked what I've seen from him, man. I'm looking for a Son replacement. Fernandes could just waltz right in there. Now, for me, I'm going to go for a defender. I'm going to go for Matt Doherty, mate. We spoke about the Wolves fixture focus, and mate, I'm liking the fixtures, and I'm liking Matt Doherty. I mean, he's been hot to trot lately, just getting in the box, getting those crosses in. Been a bit unlucky. I mean, he could have had a couple of assists for some Jimenez headers on the GW27. So, I mean, Matt Doherty in there. I mean, his stats aren't great over the last little bit. I get that. He's only created a couple of chances. He's had 4 shots in the last 4 game weeks. So nothing to write home about. But moving forward in the coming game weeks with the fixtures they've got, Wolves are looking tasty, mate. Matt Doherty, bit pricey at 6.1 million, but if you've got the money to spend, I mean, I've got the money to blow on a 6 million defender easily with the losing Son. So definitely an option, mate. I'm liking that. All right, mate, let's move on to our captain choices for game week 27. I know what I'm thinking, Joff. Who are you thinking?
We spoke about it on the podcast. It's just Salah. It's just boring, but I mean, you just know what you're going to get from this guy. But there is a few other tasty options who you were going to mention right now.
Mate, it's tough. It's so tough this week because, I mean, obviously Salah's the nice boring pick. But, I mean, if you want to be a little bit of interest, a little bit courageous, why don't you go for the courageous, another Wolves player? You could go Jimenez at home to Norwich. I mean, I know Norwich have tightened up, sure, but, I mean, Jimenez, he could have had so many goals. He can always have a lot of goals, Jimenez, in him. So, at home, at Molineux, it's a big game there for them. And then, obviously, your man, businessman Danny Ings' job.
Danny
I mean,
Ings.
playing at home to a Villa team that cannot defend.
They
Just cannot.
They can't. I mean, he's definitely a great shout here, man. I mean, he got his biggest haul of the season against Villa earlier in the season with 13 points, and his dual haul. Let's be honest, he's due to hit double digits one more time, at least minimum one more time. The rest of the season, he'll get plenty more. But I mean, I think it is a good option, Mick.
Yep, no, very good, mate. I mean, also, we've got to mention Sadio Mane.
True.
We can't.
True.
We have to mention him. I mean, he was sold in just by everybody. I sold him. So many people sold him because of the injury. But people that still own him, if you want to go a little bit different this week, Captain Sadio Mane, at home to West Ham, if he goes big and Salah goes small, you could be benefiting in the end. So something to think about. True.
You never know. Not me, though. Salah for me.
All right, guys. Well, anyone out there too, if you are interested in getting one of these shirts, I am setting up our online shop as we speak. We're in the process of setting that up at the moment. So you can hit us up in some DMs on Insta or Twitter if you are interested in one of these. But there will be an online shop coming very, very soon to our website, fpltakethehit.com. But just a shout out to anyone out there, if you are interested in any other merchandise from us, let us know. Obviously, we do a merchandise run for the winners of our leagues, but beyond that, we'd like to hear from you guys too. It'd be interesting to see what you guys have to say. And also, before I forget, a big thank you. I mean, I don't actually say this enough, but a big thank you to everyone out there that comments on our videos and obviously gives them likes and everything like that.
True.
We always ask for it and stuff, which is what we do. But just thank you so much to everyone out there that actually does it, because I mean, some of the comments we get are just hilarious.
They're the greatest.
I mean, we always screenshot the funny ones and send them to each other.
We do.
What I'm thinking of doing is if we do find one that we do actually like, we may just read them on the air, because I mean, we may as well give people shout outs for the comments that we get, because some of them are just fantastic, really entertaining, guys. So thank you for putting in the effort.
Should we mention the most recent one?
Sure.
Yeah, so we had, what was his name? Let's have a quick look here. So we had Omar. So Omar said, all right, so we're talking about UEFA Champions League though here, the Fantasy UEFA Champions League. He goes, you should bring Real Madrid players because of Zidane baldness. He's obviously talking about you.
He's talking about my lack of hair.
Man, I swear to you,
he might be
that
shade of my hair.
That comment, I was crying, man. I was just like, that's just hilarious, man. It's just funny because I mean, look, Mick loves being taken the piss out of. We all love being taken the piss out of. Just have a bit of a laugh. And
when you sent me that screenshot, I looked at it. I'm like, oh yeah, that's not. I mean, I guess I don't know why he's making fun of Paul Zidane. Like, Paul Zidane's got. I'm obviously not thinking that I'm bald or anything like that. But then I saw you underneath you wrote smiley faces, laughing faces. Oh, taking the piss out of Mick. I'm like, oh, he's having a laugh at me. Funny guy, that Omar. He's a funny guy.
That's it. No, we appreciate all the comments, guys, and all the love. It's all a lot of nice comments in there as well, which we appreciate. It always touches us. It's nice. Thank you.
We actually had we had a comment come in last week. One of our subscribers was saying that they miss my backdrop of the giraffe and the mattress. So,
that was great.
That was pretty funny.
Oh man, where they gone? Where's the giraffe? I know we both had it. I think I screenshotted that and sent it to you as well. That's great.
Yeah, that was great. So thank you guys for all the comments and everything like that. We really appreciate it, guys. But anyone watching that's new, give us a like, hit that subscribe. This is what we do, mate. We really enjoy what we do, and we love hearing the feedback from everybody, Joffy boy. For sure. All right, mate. Well, as we said, FPL Take the Hit. Always remember to stay positive.
Keep chasing them green arrows, guys.
Thanks, guys. Ciao.
Take the hit, take the hit, take the hit, take the hit, take the hit.